first things first, I'm gonna chop up this sausage. Because I mean, that's basically what we're doing, right? We're doing red beans and rice, like kind of, you know, on a different level. Basically, with what we got. And so, I don't know how you're doing today. Haven't done a cooking video in a while. It's kind of hard sometimes when you got rugrats running around and all that. But we're gonna just cut up this sausage, and when I'm done with that, I'm gonna show you what the next step is. The sausage all cut up like that. I got her heating up. Sausage is going, so now we get this cutting board out of the way. We'll start working on opening up the beans that don't have the little, see, I like the ones that have that nice little lid. So again, we got that sausage, and then we got some original baked beans. And I know that's not like the ideal thing. This isn't true beans and rice, but I only had 1 can of the red beans, so I just want to make that sausage because, as you can see, that's quite a bit, right? So I'm trying to make it stretch. So anyway, so we got to open these cans, get them ready while that's cooking. And I hope you had a good day. You know, I mean, today's Thursday for me, and I'll be putting this video out tomorrow. It could be Friday for Labor Day weekend, so everybody's at the store, maybe. We're getting ready for Labor Day because it's been a long week for a lot of us. Anyway, so we got those. If you just want to listen in for a second, we're just going to let that cook, and then we'll be back at it. You can see that sausage is getting nice and browned up. Woo! Smells good. You see, that's what really helps you out. All that fat in there just kind of gives it a lot of flavor. So that's why you got to be careful about adding a bunch of salt and all that, because you can always add salt, but you can't take it away. So anyway, we're going to let that cook down just a little bit longer, and we're going to add in our other stuff. So now we got that sausage where we want it. Look at that. Nice. So we're going to leave that alone. Get this guy out of the way. Now we're going to start putting in our beans. Baked beans are going to give it a nice little sweet flavor. Scrape that fella off. You know, all them tariffs, you got to get those extra beans. Probably saved a nickel right there. So now we're going to add those red beans. So that's really what it's about. When you say red beans and rice, basically you mean, you know, beans and rice, right? So you gotta have at least some red beans in there. So that's what we're doing. Almost looks like dog food, but you know, it's gonna taste a lot better once we get them all together. All right, and then I found this can of diced tomatoes. I'm not sure, it's not really a red beans and rice recipe, but I just thought it might give it a little flavor kick. We're gonna try it. I don't know why I gotta, you know what, we're gonna stir it with the fork, why not? We'll stir it all together. Ow, it's hot, careful. Safety first. All right, so we're gonna mix that up. Like it at. Spin her around. That ought to be good. Okay, so now we're gonna let that kind of get to I don't know, almost a borderline boil, because we want that to have a borderline boil just to get all those flavors together, and then we're gonna just let it simmer. That's it. Oh, I forgot to mention, Joanne gave us some of those peppers. It's like the last of the season. So we're gonna cut these babies up. We're gonna add it to it. Why not? It's gonna be real fine. Just a little bit of extra. I may not do all these, but we're just gonna go ahead and do a few at least. what y'all got planned for Labor Day, but it's around the corner. And hopefully you're not laboring too hard on Labor Day. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't want to overpower it because these peppers actually are kind of hot. Okay, so added them in there. Just wanted you to know if you don't have those, maybe if you have pepperoncinis, like maybe you can cut a few of those up. That's it if you want to duplicate this. So I tasted it and I feel like it needs a little spice. And I found this little hidden gem. I normally like Louisiana hot sauce. That's just me. I love that vinegar taste. But I found this at the Dollar Tree. And it's Louisiana Pure Crystal. This is a nice hot sauce. So I just want to make sure you know that we're going to add some of this in ours. You don't necessarily have to do it to yours, but that's what we're doing. Oh, I got that to a little nice little rolling boil. We're going to just stir it up. One more time, get all them flavors mixed in. All right, get all the stuff on the sides. We're going to turn that off. And we're going to let her sit for a while. But don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit all day. I'm going to cut it out right now. So everything is ready to plate. So I got my bowl with my rice. Just going to put some of this in here. Don't that look scrumptious? Look at that. Tell me you don't want to come over here and try that budget leftover beans and rice using what you got. Now, you know, kids didn't do the dishes tonight, so we're gonna use this spoon to try it out. Man, I'm telling you, if you've done red beans and rice, if you've done it the normal way, you might want to consider using a can of baked beans to mix in with the red beans. It kind of gives it like a little sweetness, and then that hot sauce kicks up the heat again. Trying what we got. Pantry living. Thank you and God bless. East Texas Update.